Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, welcome to another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. It's your boy Big Zeke in the building. I'm here with Kesey.
What's good, good people?
I'm also here with Dre.
You know, America, you can always tell the kind of
I know.
mood
You said it last time.
I'm gonna say it again.
Just keep on saying
You can always tell the mood he's in because we get to hear with my brother when he's not too annoyed, but then it's just first names when he's a little annoyed.
Yeah, since you want to go there. I've been trying to have real
but how you
conversations. I've been trying to have
how you gonna
real
be annoyed with
conversations
me though?
y'all.
I ain't did nothing to you. I ain't
I've
sleep
been
with you
trying to
last
have
night.
conversations with y'all, and then y'all turning around, shooting shots and whatever. I be like,
Bro, why are you breaking me into it? He did it.
I didn't do anything.
He did it.
What did I do?
it's cool. Don't worry about it.
Merry Christmas,
Let's move
everybody.
on. Let's
Happy
move
to
on.
be in the building with Zeke and Keese. How y'all doing, family?
How y'all doing, man? What's going on?
I'm great, man. I'm great. Great weekend. Great NBA action. You know what I'm saying? All good, bro.
Rigged. No, I'm joking. I'm sorry.
Oh man, all good. What's good, everybody?
What's good, everybody? Like I said before, it's 94 Feet Podcast. Usually I kick it to Dre for injury report. Be honest with you, I was too tired to do it. I ain't gonna hold you. But that's what we do here. We keep it 100 on this podcast.
Transparent.
Transparency.
Is
That's
that what we do?
That would, again, I try to be keeping it, I try to keep it light. I don't do that. And then you got, African Americans shoot they shot right away. No questions asked. It's cool, though. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Good people.
I'm looking at the injury report of what's going on around the NBA. I don't really see anything else.
You said he always took his shot, so that's a perfect time for me to throw in my shot there.
Should have played it a little louder.
Hey,
Shouldn't
Hamilton,
have played it at all. What the?
you see, you can't appreciate Broadway. You can't appreciate Broadway, man. You didn't put the injury report on, man.
I didn't. Let's just move on.
Let's go to the
Let's
next
just
one,
move
man.
on.
Let's go to the next one.
Anyways, we're gonna
He
do
said
our
a
shoot
little
around.
louder.
We're gonna do our shoot around segment. We talk about stuff going on around the NBA. Anyways, the Los Angeles Lakers win the first ever in-season tournament by beating the Indiana Pacers 103-107. LeBron James wins MVP. Rigged.
Possibly. Maybe not.
I predicted this last week. I predicted it 2 weeks ago.
Did he predict it?
Yes, I did. I was listening.
Did he predict it? He did. Okay.
Oh, I didn't.
You said the Bucks and the Lakers.
I said the Bucks and the Lakers, and I said the Lakers would win it, and LeBron would win MVP. I didn't.
Go ahead, pull
Like
it.
somebody like Zach Levine, you don't even know how
He
you
was waiting for this
You don't know
one.
how you go to jail
I
and
know.
mess up the floor. Make sure you wear injured kids. Make sure you wearing shoes.
This is when y'all was ribbing me about basketball.
All right.
Zach Levine is scheduled to make $40 million
Let's see.
on guaranteed contract. So team option, a player
Play.
of the day. No, I couldn't say nothing to him about the podcast. You already know that. But
I wasn't gonna ask you that.
and y'all did by All-Star break, 150% yes.
Let's see.
Ain't no play
You
for
ain't
him.
even prepared.
Well, then this is
I was listening to it in the car, but here's the thing. I said Bucks and Lakers,
Do you
LeBron
have
will win MVP. I don't need to prove it.
I mean,
Go back,
until you have proof,
go
you
back and
just
listen.
know.
Kesey said the Lakers wouldn't beat Phoenix. He had Phoenix. And then I forgot
had
who
the
you
Bucks.
picked. I had the Bucks and
No,
the
I
Lakers.
had Boston. I had Boston.
You had Boston. I had the
Boston.
Bucks and the Lakers. I'm
At
very
the end of the day, I said Bucks and Lakers.
I'm very disappointed in the Bucks. I'm very disappointed in the Bucks.
We'll talk about
You
that.
said rigged. I don't think it's rigged. I told you guys, when you go back and listen, you're going to say Dre said it. I said LeBron shines in moments like this. He shines in moments like this. All the cameras are on him. He's in Vegas where he wants to be an owner. He looked like he was playing in his 20s again because it was a moment to do something that has never been done. I'm an all-time leading scorer. I'm going to be the first player that wins the in-season what they're calling championship, right? They're calling it the tournament champions. They got gold medals and an MVP trophy. It just added to his greatness. There was no way that LeBron was not going to go into Vegas and not come out victorious. Because you know what? Bron and the Lakers, let's not just count out his team because AD was balling. Austin Reeves was balling it.
One game.
All were playing.
One game.
LeBron James and the Lakers treated this in-season tournament like the playoffs.
Rigged.
And
That's what the NBA was looking for.
that's what they were looking for.
Rigged.
And they just set an example of how you
Rigged.
have to play when you come to the in-season tournament
Rigged.
if you want to win. They did a hell of a job.
Adam Silver is a genius.
I'm not going to lie. They did a heck of a job guarding Halliburton, which slowed Indiana down a whole lot. Otherwise, Indiana would probably have beat them.
Rigged.
But they put size on Halliburton,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a big distraction to what he normally does.
Why you keep saying rigged?
Rigged.
You haven't gave any stats or proof why this is rigged.
Rigged.
How? How?
Rigged.
How?
And how,
Rigged.
just watching it,
This message is brought to you by Lysol.
Darvin Ham did a great job coaching.
Rigged.
Hats off to Darvin Ham. It just reminded me of I was watching my nephew and them play a couple nights ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess New Berlin got this little guard. He was just lighting up, lights out.
Mhm.
Everybody who they put on him,
Mhm.
they put my nephew on him,
Oh,
which
okay.
is who is six. He's about 6'4". The guard is about maybe 6 foot at the most. Size makes a difference when you're guarding a top caliber guard. You're going to have to put size on them to make a distraction to some of them shots. And the Lakers did a good job of that by putting Cam Reddish and Vanderbilt on Halliburton, which made a lot of his shots tougher than it was during the normal games during the season. And it slowed the whole Indiana Pacers offense down.
Let me ask you a question. Both of y'all, since y'all, so high on the Lakers. Do you think if this would have went like let's say a 3-game series, it'd have been the same?
So that's when I'm not going to comment because it's not the playoffs. That's the playoffs.
I'm saying
That's the
if
playoffs.
I asked the question. What do you mean you're not going to answer the question?
Because
my-
because
my-
you're
one game.
My question to you is
you're
though,
devaluing the accomplishment.
My-
I'm not
my-
going to see.
my-
I asked a question.
my one question to you
You're
is,
devaluing it.
why are you so, what do you call it?
Hostile toward the Lakers.
It's not even,
I'm not
I'm not even.
hostile.
That's not even the word I'm looking
That's
for.
not even a word.
It's
but-
What's not a word?
There's no word
critical
he's
of the.
looking for. There's no word he's looking for.
Why you so you're so critiquing the system of something that you knew was going to be the system going into this? Why do we got to critique it now?
Okay, number one.
Why not just accept they won, move on, let's get ready for
I just asked a
this
question.
playoff run?
Do you think if this would have been a 3-game series,
We can't. If it was a fifth, we all be drunk.
Yeah, you said that.
that's Kesey saying, I'm asking a question. Do you think if this is a 3-game series, it would turn out the same?
Yes,
Against the Pacers, it might be a sweep.
it might be a 3-game
It
sweep.
might be a sweep.
I don't think so.
Well, that's okay.
That's why I asked.
It's
Here's
not-
the thing. Not only did the Lakers beat the Pacers, they beat them badly. Not only did they beat New Orleans, they made New Orleans look like they didn't belong at all.
So here's the thing.
So the Lakers earned this in-season tournament.
Here's my thing. And as far as being a rigged or whatever, I'm not gonna have a. I'm glad you asked because I got this move, this right here, and then this, and such and such and such. I don't have that. That's why I said rigged. I didn't say, man, this team sucks. I didn't say. I said rigged.
You said
It's a-
rigged.
I said rigged as in believing in conspiracy theories and all that kind of stuff
What are
like
you,
that.
Aisha Curry now?
Anyway, the point I'm making is this: I believe that I watched the game. The Lakers had a really good plan. Darvin Ham really played a really good, coached a really good game.
He did.
I asked that question because even though the Lakers they only have to play these teams one time. When you have to play somebody one time, it does bring the pressure and it does changes how you approach the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I asked the question. So you can go like let's say Milwaukee would have lost the first game. They probably would have. I think they would have either A took it to 3 or B beat these guys the next 2 games in a row. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked that question. I'm not sitting here trying to diminish what the Lakers accomplished. I'm just asking do you think if this was a 3-game series, it would have went they would have beat them still.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I
So-
don't know, but
so
I
then-
don't think
but
they
if you
would
don't
have. But
know-
I don't know.
If you
Just
don't know, then
because-
why are we questioning?
Just because Anthony Davis put up 40 and 20, I don't think he's going to do that consistently. So that's one of the things why I asked that question, because that's to me, that was one of the main reasons they won.
Yeah, but Anthony Davis doesn't have to put up 40 and 20 consistently against the Pacers. It's the Pacers. Okay, Halliburton.
The Pacers are a top 5 team this year. The
take a-
Pacers are moving the ball, they're shooting it at a high percentage, and they're young. So when you say
and they
it's
still
the
got nothing
hold
coming.
on, they say it's the Indiana Pacers. These Indiana Pacers beat the Bucks not once but twice, and they probably gonna beat them again.
So have the Raptors.
So
What's your point?
my point is, like I said before, Andy Davis is not putting up 40 and 20 on consecutive basis, but one good game he can give you.
So here's the thing. The New Orleans Pelicans and the Pacers, I was glad to see different teams in it. I am. I was very glad to see that. The Pacers knocked off our Bucks. New Orleans knocked off Sacramento.
Sacramento.
2 predictions that I was wrong on. But you can't call it rigged. It's just LeBron is built for this. He's built
Rigged.
for it. He's built for Casey says it all the time. Not everybody's meant to be in the stars, right? Not everybody's meant to be in the spotlight. Bron eats this stuff up. There was no way King James was going into Las Vegas to lose to a team that were probably in his basketball camp or in high school or just being born when he was coming into the NBA. There was no way this was going to happen. I was listening to to Kevin Garnett in the LeBron Hater podcast, and even Kevin Garnett, in all his criticalness, had to snap on PG for not acknowledging that LeBron James is a top 5 player still in the NBA. The reason that the Los Angeles Lakers won the in-season tournament is because LeBron James was the best player in Vegas over these 4 days.
I think Los Angeles Lakers won this because it was a simple 1-game elimination. That's what I think. That's
It was
what
a
I
regular season game, and
It
they
was
just
a-
added the
This
title
is
to
a
it.
regular season game, one and done.
Okay, then now we
and
got
then
that out
move
the way.
on.
What do you think of his performance?
What do I think of LeBron James' performance?
Who else?
At his age, it's always amazing. At his age, always amazing.
Is he still a top 5 player?
I mean, I can name probably 5 players better than LeBron James right now, but
Name 5.
Luka, Jason Tatum,
No.
Giannis,
Giannis.
KD,
Better than him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're better than LeBron right now.
and I ain't giving up Luka. Maybe not
KD.
Tatum, but definitely Giannis, definitely KD, definitely Joker.
Joker.
Maybe
I
maybe
even,
Giannis.
that's what I'm saying. I didn't even say Joker.
Maybe Giannis, maybe Joker.
Giannis,
But
Joker,
once
Jason
you
Tatum,
get past them two, everybody is suspect.
Jason Tatum,
You call it what you want to call it.
Luka. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you
So-
right now, Giannis 1, Joker 2, LeBron, Steph probably 3, 4.
You know what's
That
funny?
can, that could be interchanged, right? As right now in the league, looking at play, LeBron and Curry are still top 5.
All day.
You know what's funny?
You
about
can
that?
say whatever you want to say.
You know what's funny about that? The thing about that is every year they come with top 100 players.
Yeah.
Top 100 every year.
Yeah.
LeBron James not on that list. Of the
And,
top
and it's
5.
disrespectful.
It's
not.
And
That's
it's
because they
disrespectful.
hate.
It's
That's
not.
because they hate him.
No.
How they hate him
I
when
think they're
all
just
this, for the
acknowledging
last
his
3-4
age.
days, that's all we've been hearing about.
It's hate.
LeBron James at this age is amazing still. Ah.
He
The
is.
point is,
He is.
when it comes
But
to
everybody,
when it comes to his rankings, he's not there.
but why do you think that is?
Because he's not.
Why?
Because he's not a top 5 player anymore.
So he puts on the performance like he just put on for this tournament,
I just
and
told you
he's
why.
still not a top 5, which Luka didn't make, which Tatum didn't make, which any other superstar you want to call didn't make.
You know what the thing about the in-season tournament is? It's still in season.
So
when it comes to
Luka don't got no rings.
when it comes to
Tatum ain't got no rings.
yeah,
Okay,
of course
let's keep going.
When you're talking about LeBron James' resume, yes, these guys don't add up. But we're talking about guys who can take their team to another level. LeBron James is 40 years old and still the best player on the Los Angeles Lakers, which he isn't supposed to be, but he has to be. He has to be for them to be even slightly relevant. And the thing about it is, this East season tournament is a in-season
But what does that tell you? But
tournament.
what does that tell you though?
If he can
still, if he's almost 40 years old and he can still make his
they
team
didn't even have
relevant,
to face the Nuggets. They had to face two
KD
young teams.
KD went and picked up 4 superstars with him, and they still not relevant.
4
You don't-
superstars.
you don't
Who?
hear- They got superstar money,
Of course they do. Everybody do. It's the NBA. Everybody getting paid.
man. Whatever you say, man.
what's
What's Phoenix record right now?
I don't know.
What Phoenix looking like? I just want to prove a point. Because the only time LeBron's team is not relevant is when they loaded with injuries. Kind of like how Phoenix is right now.
Mm-hmm.
They loaded with injuries, so they record don't look how it.
12-10.
So they record don't look how it should look, right?
They're in play-in tournament right now.
I'm just saying, records don't look right when your team is injured. Every year that LeBron team doesn't look relevant is because they're injured.
I don't think that's true.
So I'll
Go back and look.
I'll say this. The one thing that is gonna hurt LeBron with this, winning the in-season tournament now, I believe, has now set the championship expectations high. So now if you don't come and do this in the playoffs, now people are gonna say, oh man, that in-season tournament don't mean jack, right? Because they still say it don't mean a thing without the ring. What I'm happy about is players at the end making $1 million now get an extra $1 million added to their paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So players who don't make big money get a chance to make a little money. They get a chance to celebrate. They got medals. Now they have an in-season trophy. The NBA pulled out all the stops with this in-season tournament. In the beginning, we were like, what? No one wants this. Now everybody wants this.
I think this was I think the way it was marketed, and it did he accomplished his goal in bringing excitement to the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm. And revenue.
Yeah, but excitement to the season. To me, when I seen the floor in Las Vegas, honestly, I wasn't too impressed. But I'm like, whatever. But still, I just wasn't.
Are you ever impressed?
No.
Clearly, especially when it comes to LeBron.
It's not just LeBron. I'm just not going to get
No,
into it.
when it comes to LeBron, you're not impressed at all
You're overly impressed. That's the problem.
because he's great.
Yeah.
And people need to recognize his greatness and stop hating on every little thing that they can hate on.
Can I just finish
They
what I was
pick.
saying?
Nope.
All right, go ahead.
I don't care what you're saying.
Adam Silver, I mean, the whole weekend was marketed, right? Like Inside the NBA and First Take did a simulcast, right? So they were on each other's show.
Yeah, it's one game.
And that was great. That was great. They did it Thursday too. They did it Thursday as well.
I'm saying it's one game.
Yeah.
Instead of the NBA usually stretching this stuff out, whatever 7-game series, it was one game, one time, so on and so forth.
One game. No, I don't think it was fair to say one game. It was a.
I'm saying each team played one game.
And done.
That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't and on top of that, it wasn't a situation where NBA Countdown does it and then TNT does it. It was like, oh, we got to combine the two. I just feel like I said before, LeBron James, fine. Hey, Rudy to you, way to go. But at the end of the day, if you ain't bringing home a real Lombardi,
He got a few of them.
Lombardi, bro, that's the NFL.
I know. I mean, what's Larry? Larry O'Brien. If you ain't bringing in the real Larry O'Brien home,
you feeling good for them?
Put that next to the shelf.
He got 4 of them.
Put it on the shelf.
He got 4.
And keep it moving.
Go
to Bronny James. Matter of fact, shout out to him. He started his first. Well, he didn't start, but he played his first game.
He got 4 of them.
Yeah. Jordan got 6.
How did he do?
Anyways, the point is, that's cool. Wrap it up and just keep it moving.
Bill Russell got 10.
What? Okay.
Robert Horry has 7.
I'm
So,
just saying he throwing out.
the sky is blue. Man, why you got don't come down on Mike because he coming down on LeBron.
I'm not coming down on Mike. I'm just saying I'm just throwing out numbers because he's
Oh,
throwing out numbers.
You always gotta be like, just let it
He
be.
was quiet the whole time. You get to talk about
Let
Jordan.
it be,
and
man.
you act like his feelings hurt.
Let
That's
it
what's wrong
be.
with America right now. They don't want to embrace LeBron because they're so stuck on Michael Jordan.
What?
Oh,
KG said it best.
boy.
Here we go.
Y'all better embrace this greatness that's going on right
I
now.
bet I've always said it. I've
Embrace
always
this
said
greatness
it.
that's going on right now.
Embrace this. You know what? You're right.
Embrace it.
Embrace it for what? Now let's talk about the losing team, the Indiana Pacers. This is their coming out party. I think this is their coming out party, and I think it was more important for them to win it than the Los Angeles Lakers.
Disagree with the coming out party.
Why?
This was the Milwaukee Bucks have a problem party
I don't think that.
because the Bucks
We've been
should have the Bucks should have won. They should have beat the Pacers. At one point, I was watching; they were up by almost 20 going into the fourth.
It's 10 and 15.
Fine, and to come back and lose the way they lost, reports are coming out that Bobby Portis has some words with
He
Griffin. Again, it's on the coach. It's on the coach.
Well,
So-
I want you to say that if a Bucks song can kind of focus on Indiana.
That's fine, but I can't focus on that because you're saying Indiana's coming out party. No, Indiana got lucky because the Bucks
I
dropped the
don't-
ball.
See, it's the thing. If
You said rig goes okay. No, just like you said, rigged,
nah,
rigged.
nah.
Just like you said,
They got
you can't
outplayed.
pick and
Like
choose.
the Bucks got outplayed. The fact that the Lakers is like, we'll just disrupt their pick and roll. And to be honest with you, Tyrese Halliburton's shot is ugly. The fact that it ain't being blocked on a consecutive basis blows my mind. But
Vanderbilt and Cam Reddish did a good job on that shot.
they did. They young, they're athletic, they're on top of it. We got Brook coming off the screen, and he's slow. He's 40. He's slow coming off the screen. So yeah, Halliburton got an open shot. My thing is about to me, I don't want to focus on the disappointment of the Bucks. It was more because this ain't the first time they beat the Bucks. This is the second time they beat the Bucks, and both time they beat them with being young, athletic, and the fact that this Indiana team is, I don't say thrown together, but the way they're put together, they run the ball, they shoot really well, and you got Halliburton who's not doing turnovers at an alarming rate, doing like I think he had like 15.
I want to see how they look when you
turnovers.
get to game 40. Like I told you, first 25 games.
You keep pushing that back because at first it was game 20 to 25.
No, I'm saying-
now we're there. Now it's game 40.
We're
Which
not
one
at
is
game
it?
40?
I said you keep pushing it back.
I said after game 20, you'll
Uh-huh.
see people start to slow down. Let's see what their record look like when they at game 40.
So now because we at 20
We at 20.
and they top
Everybody
5.
got they run in.
They
They
top
fresh
5.
legs. They fresh bodies.
Uh-huh.
No injuries. No nothing.
Lots of injuries.
I'm saying now the injuries kick in when you get to game 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's when most of the injuries kick in for the NBA season.
Mhm.
45, 47.
35, 47.
All about the Benjamins, baby. So
Uh.
speaking of 25 in, Ja Morant gets to come back this week.
He does.
He gets to come back. I don't know if that's going to save their season.
No.
I mean, that's a big thing to crawl out of. And I bring that up to say, to Zeke's point, you can't keep pushing it back. If you don't have it at 25, you're not going to have it at 40. Okay, the season gets tougher.
But that's what
Not
I'm saying.
easier.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm going back to what Utah did. Remember? They started out that first 25 games slamming everybody.
Killing.
By the time they got to 40, they was already in the play-in. And by the time they got to 50, they was out of play-in.
So here,
And then by the time they got to 50,
They
they
traded their
they started
whole
trading their whole
team.
roster.
you
They
want-
traded.
no.
I'm
Okay.
trying to tell you something to make a point,
What's your
and
point?
yet you're not listening,
What's your
son.
point? No, your point is the season gets harder and people
It
get
does
hurt.
it does get harder. That's
We
my
know
whole
that.
point.
We know that.
Okay,
So
Okay, y'all relax.
That's my whole
That's the
point.
of the
I'm
show.
trying to get
My point
I'm
is
trying
this, though. I see what you're saying, but the point you're making is obvious. The point of the point of predictions is not to say, oh, 50 games. Oh, I knew this team was going to do this. I told y'all 50 games in. I see that.
Read the remarks.
I told you that. No, I get it. But at the end of the day, that's the point of making predictions. The fact that Indiana is in the top 5, they're usually not there. They didn't make the play-in last year, and they didn't make the playoffs.
he's right.
But
Totally.
we've all
He's-
said that.
When
He's right.
I promise you, when he leaves,
Is that kick crazy sale LeBron James is going to lead the league for a couple years before some
people recognize how great
he is. I don't think we're denying how great LeBron James is.
you are.
No, we're not.
Because if you knew how great he is, you'd be more of congratulating him on the things he just did, rather than criticizing what he just did.
Seriously, Kizzy.
He criticized everything about the play-in that LeBron did.
I'm saying this is what I'm saying about LeBron James is my criticism about LeBron James.
40 years old, and everybody said he played like he was 20.
Just because you start walking at 1 year old, that don't mean I'm gonna start praising everything you do for the rest of your life.
You don't have to praise him.
You just said that. You just said I'm not praising him for what he just did.
I just think you are, at Takisi's defense, you are a little overly critical of LeBron about everything.
I'm not about everything.
Yes,
like
even when they
everybody else.
won in the bubble, man, you was riding them when they won in the bubble.
Well, first of all, I'm not the only person who said it about the bubble. But the thing about, the fact that he ain't winning since, hey, it says a lot. But because I'm saying I will say this in-season tournament worked in LeBron James' favor. Because like I said before, it's one thing to go against the team one time and show out, but it's a different thing to be in a series. That's why we had the 7-game series in the playoffs, because things can turn around quickly.
So you think the NBA did this as a favor to LeBron?
I don't think it did it as a favor, but I think this just works in LeBron. In LeBron wheelhouse, this works in it. Not even the big lights. I'm just talking about, I got to play this team one time. Oh, okay, I can just give you 40 one time and move on to the next team. But he what?
But
Take your time.
it's not just he did it one time. He did it the whole play-in.
They played 2 or 3 games.
Really, they played like 10 because you got to think about all
Season. That was part of the season.
Yeah,
I'm
but
talking
it was
about when he
still
got to
considered
Vegas.
a play. They played 2. They
Okay.
played twice.
Okay.
I mean, but that's just like playing hustle on the court, right? You lose, you get off the court.
Yeah, I get it. What I'm saying is, did this or did this not work in LeBron James' favor?
It worked in his favor.
It would have worked in anybody's
It
favor.
worked. I
Put
was
on
gonna
that
say
show.
that. It worked.
sure?
It should have worked in Giannis'
It
favor.
worked in anybody's favor. Was really put on the
It
show.
didn't work in everybody's favor because the teams we thought should have been there, they weren't there. So
Why is
so,
that?
So, huh?
Why they wasn't there?
What do you mean? Why they
'Cause
weren't
they didn't
there?
win.
They had a bad night. And you know what the thing is?
So they had a
if
bad
you
night.
have a bad
So
night,
they had a bad night for 10 games because it take 10. The play-in was judged on
4. You had to win 4 games in your group to make it there, to make it to the semifinals, to make it to Vegas. You had to win 4 games. LeBron and James won 4 games. It wasn't back-to-back 4 games. It was periodically, twice a week, Tuesday, Friday. You win those games. Then a couple weeks, I think the next following week again, or 2 weeks, you play again Tuesday, Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then you move on to the semifinals in Vegas. So, like I said before, you're playing these teams in your group twice.
Okay.
And you're not even playing them on a back-to-back. You're playing them periodically.
Okay.
So when I say it worked in LeBron James' favor, LeBron and James and the Los Angeles Lakers play Denver in the 7-game series. How many games they win that series?
Yeah, I sweat.
They won 1 game, correct?
Yeah, but that was
Hold on.
also
They won 1 game, and then what happened? They got swept.
no. They didn't win at all. They got swept.
No,
against
they got
Denver.
4-1.
They did not. They got
For
swept.
who?
When they played the Nuggets,
They got swept.
I thought they won 1 game.
They
No,
got
they
swept.
got swept.
Okay. I'm sorry. My
The
apologies.
team
They
that won
swept.
1 game was the Miami Heat.
Oh, okay.
The Miami Heat won 1 game.
But they got swept.
Okay.
So my point is, it's different when if you have 1 game to win, it's all on the table.
Well, I don't. So Zeke, I don't think it's that. I just think it's where we are in the season. Now, if we had
Another perspective.
if we had a mid-season tournament, that's another perspective. Then you might be like, maybe this is not as rigged as I think it is. Because now in the mid-season, players have these miles on their body.
Mhm.
They're tired. The back-to-backs are picking up. The schedule, right?
Mhm.
You know, you think about the Lakers.
So you prove my point?
Well, this is what I will say.
Are you proving my point?
I won't say rigged, but I would say the schedule was a little favorable,
Mhm.
only because Vegas and LA are on the same time frame.
They are.
Okay. Whereas, Indiana, the Bucks, 2 hour difference, which makes a difference in the body.
It does.
But let's give LeBron his flowers.
I'm not put
on the show.
Give LeBron James a fire. Hey, great show.
He won,
He won MVP. He won.
and we should go next year.
I mean, he won.
And we should go.
Congratulations. It was one of the things.
Yes, it is,
that-
Terrence. It was brilliant. 100%.
It was brilliant.
It was
I mean,
brilliant.
like I said, it was exciting. Like you said, when we first heard about this is stupid, but it was exciting. It turned out to be exciting, and I think if you like basketball or you love basketball, it's going to be exciting.
Yes, LeBron does work and play better than most 40. He played better than most 20 and 30-year-olds this play-in
Well,
tournament.
congratulations, Kick Crazy. You and Kesey are in two peas in a pod. 2 peas in a congratulations.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think this was a great kickoff to Christmas because the casual fan does start watching it. Because like baseball, unless you're like NBA fiends, like I'm a fanatic, the basketball season is long. 82 games is a long time.
And I'm watching all season.
I always do. As a league pass holder, I always do. But the point is, I'm going to give you some props. Yes, I would have said. Kesey,
You got a league pass?
you don't pay attention.
No, you got a league pass?
I do.
Wow, we'll talk about it after the show.
I do. You can't get any Bucks games though because they black them. They black them out.
I know, but I just find it interesting.
That's
So this
whack.
is-
Put this on local television.
Yeah, it came with the season tickets. I told you that. To your point
Oh,
though,
that's why you got it.
This-
Never mind.
yeah, I ain't paying for it.
I
Just
know
for
you
it.
refuse to pay for it.
The point that Kesey was making, the NBA season is long. The teams that are in the top 5 right now may not be in the top 5 in 20 games. So as great as Indiana was in this in-season
Okay,
tournament,
So you saying
they might finish 7th.
Well, first of all, thanks for bringing it back. So you saying
You're
Indiana, no threat
No, to nobody.
to nobody?
To nobody.
Okay.
To nobody.
Threat?
Totally agree.
To nobody.
They're not a threat to nobody.
Halliburton is a good. You know what this reminds me of, and I hope I'm not cursing Halliburton. Halliburton, I'm very proud of you representing the state, holding it down for the Dre Guns fantasy team. This
Talk about real quick. I'm not finna shout him out of Wisconsin because he ain't even no real.
from
no
Oshkosh,
I know he's from Oshkosh, but
Oshkosh Bagosh.
here's the thing.
He's Bay.
Hold on a second. Here's the thing that irritated me about Halliburton when they was talking about it.
He looks like Devin Harris, number 1. But go ahead.
That's funny. But he's like, well, I really wasn't a Bucks fan like that growing up. I came to watch the games when LeBron James came to town.
Why-
We all did, you son of a.
What's wrong with that?
I don't like that.
What's wrong with that?
Either you rep the city or you don't. And I don't.
He's
like
not
that.
from Milwaukee.
He's from Wisconsin.
Do you rep the Packers?
No.
Okay, then. So
What is your point?
okay,
My
so
point
why does he
is-
have to rep the Bucks?
Time out. Just because I don't rep the Packers, I rep the Brewers and I rep the Bucks.
When it's convenient
No.
for the
all the
Brewers,
time.
when it's convenient.
No.
Isaiah, you been here wearing Chicago White Sox hats.
We're gonna do anything.
Real?
It go with my fit.
Have you ever seen me wear another sports basketball team's hat?
I seen you renege on the bed, so apparently not.
Again. Oh, exactly. So I wasn't wearing a Lakers hat, but anyway, that has something to do with nothing, man. You maybe missed my point. The whole point of this Pacers.
I just wanted to put that out there that he ain't no Wisconsin rep like that. Like he ain't no Wisconsin representative
okay.
like that.
He's no
Go ahead.
Wisconsin rep. Okay. But what the Pacers are doing reminds me of the year that they had the Paul George and what's the other guy named Danny Green,
Danny Granger.
Danny Granger coming out party. It's hot for now, and people will forget about them when the playoffs come. The Pacers are no threat to the Eastern Conference. They're barely in 5th place. Barely. Halliburton is a star. He should be an all-star. The Pacers should ink him to a big deal before someone else does. But the Indiana Pacers are no threat to anybody in the NBA. Not one team.
This is what I want to say to that.
Not one team.
This is what I want to say to that. This is what I want to say to that.
Say what you got to say.
When teams like this come along and we be like, they're no threat, they're no threat, they're no threat. And then the teams who are,
Bless you, brother.
bless you, the teams who are supposed to be a threat, the teams who are supposed to be dominating the East, they're not.
The
So
Celtics are number 1. The Bucks are 3. The Sixers are 4. What do you mean they're not?
I'm saying,
It's in my pocket.
God. But the point is that these teams are what? The way I'm just saying, like, he had a valid point.
Use it like you use it. That should be the
But my point is that I'm just not gonna every year we also have a team that surprises everyone.
yeah.
And I
And
think,
that's the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference.
and this is the thing exactly. People don't give it to you until you do something. So I will
Exactly.
so I'll give you that. But like I said before, like I said to Kesey, I'm not gonna give it to you after you done did something. I'm like, hey, I see you. Like I see the Indiana Pacers, y'all doing stuff, y'all beating teams y'all not supposed to beat, y'all in a position you're not supposed to be in. So I'm like, okay, I see y'all.
I rather apologize like I had to do the Denver Nuggets than to say, yeah, they're gonna be dope. No, show me. In 20 games and an in-season tournament, as good as it was with the Lakers, I'm not impressed. I'm sorry. Bucks should have won, but I'm not impressed with the Indiana Pacers. I'm not.
And you shouldn't be.
I'm not.
I mean, I'm not impressed by the Los Angeles Lakers, and I shouldn't be.
I'm not impressed by the Bucks, and we should be. Though we'll save it for Bucks talk.
Thank you. Going to, like you said before, Kesey does this thing every year, and he'd be like 20, 25 games. You can't really judge nobody. So we're doing predictions. We're about 20 games in. We're doing some predictions. Is that okay with you, Kesey?
Yeah, we're 23 games in, actually.
Is that okay with you, Kesey? Can we do some
Whatever
predictions?
you want to do, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
You both have on really dope winter Bucks knits. I just want to say that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
First prediction. MVP.
Hey, I want to say this too while we're thinking about MVP. Shout out to Jordan Love on this NBA podcast
For what?
for coming into his own, man. We was hard on Jordan Love, man.
Time out.
And I still am a little bit. We were hard on Jordan
Y'all
Love.
have a smidge of it. You know what? I'm not gonna say y'all have a smidge of a chance.
I don't even care if we make the play. I'm just talking about him coming into his
Cut
own.
the crap.
That's it.
Cut the crap. If y'all don't make the playoffs, there's no love for Jordan Love. Let's just cut the crap here. Don't do that. Don't do that, Dre, because you do that when it comes to the Packers. Don't do that. Shout out to Jordan. They don't care if we make the playoffs. Cut the crap.
No,
Cut the crap.
Because
Y'all don't make the playoffs.
here's why you
There's no
don't.
love for Jordan Love.
Here's why
The fact that he is giving y'all some light with one of the easiest schedules in the NFL.
Easy. We beat the Chiefs.
One of the easiest
We
schedules
beat
in
the
the
Lions.
Relax.
Top 2 teams.
And the top 2 teams. Y'all ain't beat the Eagles.
We ain't played them.
Y'all ain't beat. Okay, so relax.
So
The point is, if y'all
Here's what
make
I'm
the
saying.
playoffs,
I don't want us to make the playoffs to get bounced. We're 6-6. We're 6-6. A 6-6 team doesn't deserve to make the playoffs, but I can still give Jordan Love some love because the last 3 games, his stats are comparable to Jalen Hurts.
let's just move on.
Okay?
Let's just move on.
All right.
Give
One of
a
these,
shout
you know what?
out.
One of these days, I'm gonna throw this out here. One of these days, for one episode only, we should have a NBA special NFL podcast. Just one episode.
I'm pulling it out again.
One episode. Just talk about the NFL. Talk about our team.
Now this is after the Packers don't make the playoffs, right? This is after the Packers.
No,
don't
I
make
think
the
it
playoffs?
should be right before it. You know, when a wild card weekend comes, a prediction machine, whether they make it or not.
This is what we'll do. We'll do that right before last game of the season. We'll take a look at the stats.
Yeah,
and
just have a
standings.
special.
Yeah.
An
I'm down
NFL
for that.
special.
I'm down for that.
So to answer your question, for me, at 23 games in, the MVP of the NBA right now is Joker.
Really?
At 23 games in, the MVP right now is Joker.
Why?
Stats. His stats have not changed since they gave it to Embiid last year.
Let's talk about this.
His stats have not changed.
I know they have. Let's talk about this real quick. Are they ever?
Why is Michael Jordan the greatest? I'm asking. Why is he
You're asking me?
hardly regarded as the greatest?
He has elevated the game. I'm not even talking about of a financial level. I'm just saying he elevated the game to a different level to where.
Okay, Phil, stop. That's the philosophical answer. What did you say earlier to Kesey when he said LeBron has 4 rings?
I said,
You said Michael got 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Michael got 6 because he beat the best.
Uh-huh.
He always won.
Uh-huh.
If Joker has the best stats every year, why shouldn't he get MVP? Before you answer, Kesey, in your opinion,
Okay. All right.
Go
ahead.
how many MVPs should LeBron James have?
Right now,
Yes.
at least 5.
20.
I would say 6
20, right?
to 8.
At least,
I would say 6 to 8.
at least 5.
Joker, so far, should be going in leading on his 4th MVP. Not only should it be his 4th, it should be his 4th straight.
I'm gonna
MVP.
say no.
That's okay.
I just real quick before you go.
That's
on,
okay.
I just want to say this.
I'm
This-
saying Joker right now.
This is what I'm saying about that way of going about it or way of thinking about it. If you have the same stats every single year, that's just what you do. Even with LeBron James, if you have the same stats every single year or around the same stats every year, that's just what you do. That means I have to take a wider look around the NBA to see who is having a spectacular season. That's who I believe the MVP is. But that's who I believe the MVP should go to. A person who has a spectacular season. And to be really honest with you, if the Indiana Pacers are top 5 and when it's all said and done, they top 5, whether they lose in the first round, second round, third, or finals or whatever case may be, Tyrese Halliburton should be in the conversation.
He's already in the conversation, low conversation. But to break your point on why Joker is my MVP right now at 23 games in, Joker's the only player averaging a near triple double.
Again,
Joker's
that's what he
averaging
do.
29, 13, and 9.8 assists a game. That's almost 10 assists. Okay, he's the only player averaging a near triple double. That's why he's my current MVP. Kesey.
That's just like, who you got?
My current MVP right now, I'm liking Anthony Edwards right now.
He's not even in the running.
And that's the thing. The league doesn't do that. They go by household names. And that's
No, they don't.
I'm saying, like, you got to give these other players a chance.
It's the same name. It's the same.
It's the
names
same household names you hear every year.
every year.
Giannis, Joker, Embiid,
Embiid. Yeah.
LeBron, Steph.
Yeah, you're right.
Before that,
To be honest with you, before 10 games in, Steph. It's
Yeah.
changed, but Steph. I see what you're saying, Keith. You're right. Usually, same 5 names, rotation of them.
no matter how your stats look for any other player, if you're not that top household name, you're not getting the vote.
Okay. And my thing is, and I like the way you're going, what direction you're going, because you're picking somebody different, which I commend you on. I think to me, he's leaning
Because
more.
you're saying the most valuable player, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Most valuable player to their team right now is Anthony Edwards.
And on top of that, to go to your argument, the Timberwolves are number 1 team in the West right now.
Number one.
Number 1 team in the West right now.
And that's because of Edwards.
Yeah.
And Cat. Let's
I'm not going to get it.
I'm not giving it to Cat.
But look at Denver's record. He got those numbers, but they dang near on the border of being 500.
Who?
Denver.
Denver.
They 14.
I was talking about Cat.
No, I'm saying
They 14-9.
that's 5 more losses than Minnesota.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Minnesota's we'll talk about it. But okay, let me give you mine real quick. You know what? I had somebody different, but I'm gonna mess with yours, Keith.
They got the same record as the Lakers.
I'm messing with that, Keith. I'm gonna go Anthony Edwards. I like that.
You're messing with that?
I'm messing with that.
You let him bait you into that?
I
crap?
think he has a. Hey, let me tell you something. Here's the thing.
Anthony Edwards is an up and coming star.
He's an up and coming star.
So then why is it?
He's
Okay.
on the number one team.
For now.
He's on the number one team.
You're the main one who said this. You've been saying this for years.
What?
Since we've been doing this.
What?
You said it's the most valuable player to their team, right?
Is Joker not the most valuable player to
He's
Denver?
on the team. He's playing.
I'm
And they're still
messing,
14-9.
I'm messing with, but I will say this: Jamar Murray was hurt for a while, but Jamar Murray was hurt for a while. I'm just saying, we're gonna put that out
So
there.
then is Jamal Murray you know
you
what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Is it Jamal Murray in the Denver Nuggets? Or is it Joker in the Denver Nuggets?
And you know, the funny thing is, like I said before, we're looking at it from Dre perspective. He's almost triple double. If he's not a triple double, he's damn near a triple double every game.
night.
That's
For
what
the
he
last
does.
4 years.
But Giannis been doing it for
That's
4 years.
what-
Giannis been doing the same thing for 4 years, dang near triple double every night. And he
that's
got him what? One.
two.
Back to back.
Back to back.
And he won Defensive Player of the Year with the MVP.
Here's my thing.
First player to do that since Mike.
And he earned it.
He
I'm not-
earned it.
It's
Like I said before.
Casey.
Best
come
record in the
on.
league
Who?
that year.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I said before, that's what these people do, and that's why it's hard to give somebody MVP 3 years in a row because this is just what they do. And to me, last year I think Joker should have won it. And B, he won it. Fine, whatever. And he didn't get hurt at the end of the year, so it's easier to give it to him. But my thing is, I like the direction you're going. You got the number one team and the best player on that team, which is Anthony Edwards. I'm messing with that. Anthony Edwards. I'm messing with that. MVP. Now, I don't think he'll win it because it's probably comeback player of the year, but still, or most improved.
Comeback. I was gonna say.
I mean, most improved, but yeah, MVP.
I don't think it's most improved because this game.
It's most improved.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm messing with that. Defensive player of the year.
The guy we all love to hate,
Who?
Rudy Gobert.
I'm going with Brook Lopez. I feel like he got robbed.
Because they got the best record. And,
I feel like he got
and
robbed
Anthony
last year.
Edwards is averaging 24.4,
Mhm.
5.6, and 4.8 rebounds.
So with that being said, you can't give Edwards the MVP
Why not?
without giving Rudy Gobert the Defensive Player of the Year.
No.
Because it takes defense to win those games too. And there's nobody doing more defensive stuff other than Rudy than maybe Anthony Davis and Giannis.
That's all you do. That's all you do.
We all got our roles, right? What did Rodman do?
Rebound.
That's it. What does Gobert do? Rebound and block shots.
I'm gonna that's your pick. That's fine. My pick is Brook Lopez. I feel like he got robbed last year. He's still doing the same stuff he was doing last year.
He did get robbed. I would agree.
So I'm gonna go with Brook Lopez. Who you going with, Keith?
Defensive player of the year?
Yeah.
So
I'm going
far.
with Brooke.
You
So
going
far,
Brook?
Brooke.
Going Brook.
Brooke is a stud on defense,
He
man.
is. He a little slow, but
He is slow. And
he's slow.
that's what killed them in the Indiana series.
It
His
is.
slowness.
Yeah, his slowness. He 40. He 40.
I give him that.
I give him that. Like you got that, Halliburton. He
But
40.
as a coach, you got to figure out how to slow the game down so that it don't kill him.
Well, it ain't this
Well,
coach that's going to do it.
We gonna get back into that in Bucks talk.
This coach gonna do it.
Coach of the year.
Not Griffin.
Who?
Not Adrian Griffin.
We know who it is. I didn't say the last person to win it. Who you got coach of the year?
So see, this one could really be a toss-up for me. Because you got to consider the coach of the Celtics again. You got to consider the coach of the Timberwolves. You got to consider the Thunder. You got to consider the Magic. I mean, listen,
I was going
Minnesota. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, speaking of them, my coach of the year, I don't even know his name. I don't know his name.
FAU though.
For the Rockets?
Almost.
It was sarcasm.
I hope so.
I mean, the way he was talking to LeBron, I kind of agree with you.
Well, since you don't know yours, my coach of the year right now is from the Orlando Magic's Jamal Mosley.
Okay, I didn't know his name. That's what I
Okay.
was going with.
It's Jamal Mosley
Jamal
because no
Mosley.
one had Orlando here this early. No one. Orlando's playing exciting ball. Can't wait to see them next week against our Bucks. Mosley, a brother, I'm cheering for everybody black, Happy to see him coaching that way up. Minnesota, here's why I can't give it to them, because they have Edwards, because they have Gobert, because they have Cat. Orlando has nobody. They have nobody.
I ain't gonna say they got nobody. They just have a bunch of guys.
They have a bunch of role players that are gelling well.
I get that.
They have a bunch of
I'll
role
give you
players that are gelling
And they
well.
got what's his name?
Ooh.
This is dude's second year. Was Pablo? Was Pablo?
Bianco.
Yeah, Beyond.
Oh. But I'm going with Mosley right now.
They don't give it to nobody. Let's just Curry. He don't give it to nobody.
That's not true. I picked Giannis to win many times. You see who you got as your coach of the year, bro? So far, 23 games in.
I'm liking OKC coach
That was going
because they're young, and they're on the top of the standings in the West.
Yeah, they're
Mark-
number 2.
Dagenot.
I don't know how to say his name, so I
Mark
didn't even butcher it. I know
Dagenot.
Danilo.
And they be honest with you, they got a Golden State number.
Ooh. Well, everybody
OKC.
got Golden State number right now.
I don't know about this. OKC got their number specifically. We got your number.
Ain't my team.
2 or 3.
Ain't my team.
Stop
Ain't my team.
Stop it.
They're not. The
Stop
Bucks
it,
are
man.
my team. I just happen to be a fan of Steph Curry. You act like I can't be a fan of. Kesey is a Bucks fan, but he's also a LeBron guy, right?
And when
you're a closet
Hold on,
Packer
hold on.
fan, but
No.
you're also a Dak guy.
I'm a Dallas guy through and through. My blood bleed blue.
Yeah.
And then that's why when you talk about the Lakers, I'm looking at Kesey. We talking about Golden State, I'm looking at you.
Well, who's your team? Oh yeah, Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And the Orlando Magic. What?
I'm liking
Really?
OKC though, coach.
Okay,
Plus they also they got the former Milwaukee kid on their coaching staff, Mike Wilkes. Shout out to Mike.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah,
over there
they
putting in that
developing-
work.
They over there developing
Shout out to
a
Mike
lot of young
Wilkes.
guys. But
Yeah.
I like Orlando,
I like
just a
Orlando,
slight
too.
edge over him.
And they're actually fun to watch too, man. If you haven't had a chance to watch an Orlando,
No one
Magic
does.
game.
No one has had an opportunity.
But you know, I was listening to us coming in, and Kesey was talking. You said teams were slow, and Kesey talking about teams that run.
Mhm.
Man, Magic
run. Because they're
Dog.
young.
They
All these
be
young teams are running.
You either got to have size or you got to be a run and gun team in this league right now.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to go down the list, but rookie of the year is going to be an obvious one. Victor, just
Wingspan.
because I don't see him.
I don't even think I heard of any other rookies.
The guy that
It's a guy in Detroit
and
besides the
OKC
Twins.
and OKC.
Oh yeah, and Chet.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yep.
if Chet Holmgren can get some more, and to be honest with you, it depends on what OKC land at the end of the year. I can see him taking away the rookie of the year. To be honest with you, I mean,
No, to your point, you talk about rig. There's no way that Victor Wingspan is not winning.
look,
Rookie
man,
of the Year.
that's cool. But if your team is at the bottom of the barrel and they done lost 15 in a row,
Nope.
I'm not giving you
It's
rookie of the
happened.
year.
LeBron got it when Cleveland sucked.
They didn't suck that bad.
Ball got it when Charlotte sucked.
They
Yeah,
didn't
did.
suck that bad.
Nah,
I'm talking about the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. Well, you know what they're doing.
San Antonio's the bottom of the barrel.
They're rebuilding. They're getting lotteries.
Well, you can't get rookie of the year. I'm sorry.
as long as Victor
Nah.
plays 65 games, he can. They didn't say you got
I
to
mean,
win.
I'm not saying I'm saying he shouldn't. I'm just saying if you gonna pick a rookie of the year, pick a rookie of the year making some serious impact. But we know how that's gonna go. Most improved player of the year, I think is, like I said, I think it's Anthony Edwards. But I like him for MVP pick.
I like Tyrese Halliburton as most improved player because didn't nobody talk about him last year.
I mean, they did, but they was losing.
No, they didn't.
They was losing.
But he wasn't playing like he is now.
That's true.
Okay,
Because them turnovers, he had 3 turnovers. Just was that 3 turnovers or 5?
and
One of the two.
When
That's
did
the most
we
he had
get?
in like 10 games.
When did we get okay with celebrating mediocrity?
What are you talking about?
The Pacers are 6, and we said they're winning.
5
And we said they're winning.
compared to last year.
They're in 5th place.
Compared to last year. See, Dre, the thing
Compared
about
to
it
the
is,
last 10 seasons. Since they
But
lost-
did say that. Don't say, you know what I'm saying? They're in 5th place.
here's my thing.
If the Bucks were in 5th place, you be in here having a whole fit.
The expectations are different. Yes or no?
Yes.
So
I'll
that's
give you
why.
that.
because that
Okay, I'll give you that.
And I want to. This is an NBA podcast, so I like to expand our horizon here. It can't be LeBron James, Steph Curry, and the Bucks. That's it. Let's give some love and spread it out. Hey, we talking about today?
Y'all be
Steph Curry.
firing shots, bro.
Who we talking about today? LeBron James. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Then we throw Michael in there.
Yeah, you don't throw Michael, you bring Michael.
Shout out to Slaughter. Chet. He said Chet is looking great.
He is. I said that. Chet Holmgren is looking phenomenal.
It is.
He
Well, who you like to talk about?
Luka.
Mike Conley and the Memphis Grizzlies.
One time. One time.
My most improved player.
Shout out to Mike doing this thing over there in Minnesota. He's shooting 45% from the 3-point range.
Yeah. My most improved is Halliburton so far.
I like that.
Keith, you gave yours to who?
Edwards.
And Zeke agreed.
Can he,
Actually,
I you know what? Can he do both?
I guess if Giannis can win MVP and defensive player,
That's
why can't
different.
you?
That reward to me. You can do both. To win, you know what? I'm gonna say this: you can't do both, but you gotta be balling. You gotta be balling to win most improved and MVP. You gotta be balling.
Yeah. I don't think it's ever been done.
I don't think it has ever been done either. But I'm just saying you gotta be ball.
But Blanchero can also win in most improved too because he stepped his game up. Orlando.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
No, I can't.
Blanchero?
In his second year?
Not when you're competing with Edwards. You're competing with Halliburton. You're competing with Jamal Murray. You're competing with players that are just last year missed the step and have it again. But yeah, what's the next one, Z?
Move on. Like
Clutch
that.
player of the year.
Dame Lillard.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Man, that's a lot.
That's a
Dame
lot.
Lillard. You want to win a game, put him in it.
2 minutes to go. Yeah, I can see that.
Case.
Most clutch. Ugh.
You better not say LeBron. Because we know you. You'll find a way to LeBron this up. And I didn't even say Steph.
Did you call LeBron this up?
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
but
okay.
now I will. LeBron.
Clutch by pass. He would definitely win. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I like LeBron.
Anyways,
The second greatest to ever.
Dame
do
Dollar
it.
is probably clutch.
Yeah, clutch. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
clutch.
That's who you got too, Zeke?
Yeah, hey, I got clutch. Yeah, it's Dame. I don't think because he gonna need it for the Bucks to get to where they want to get.
But let's also not downplay my man's from OKC.
Shea.
Gilgeous.
Downplay him.
He does.
So
play.
he's in the MVP conversation, but to me,
But he's also clutch.
You think so?
What?
I'm going
Bruh.
with Dane because right now Dane leads the league in clutch points.
Bruh. Is it Shay or Shy?
Shea.
Shot. Is it shot?
Shay.
Shea
It's
Gilgeous.
Shay. It's Shay. You got
Shea
it.
Gilgeous Alexander.
Shay can be clutch too. I'm still
Yeah.
giving it to Dame, but Shay's in the talks.
Shay is in
Shay's
talks.
in the talks.
Playoff predictions and play in. Now, right now, we're looking at like I said before, we're looking at the top 5 teams in the East. I mean, top 10 teams in the East. Celtics number 1, Orlando number 2, Bucks number 3, 76ers number 4, Indiana Pacers number 5, Cleveland number 6. The Knicks is number 7, 8, the Brooklyn Nets, 9, Miami, 10, the Atlanta Hawks.
What's
do
the
you-
question?
The question is, do you think this will stay the same, or do you think somebody's going to make a jump from those bottom teams into the playoffs?
So this is the one question you're asking us here that's really hard to answer because I mean we seen it last year. Teams we thought were just great either fell out the playoffs or fell in the play in. Like the Lakers fell in the play in and ended up going to the conference finals.
That's facts.
Right. The Heat were in play in and ended up going
Well,
to
you
the
know what?
NBA
Check this
finals.
out. Check this out. Let's do champion, top 4. That means 2 in the Eastern Conference, 2 in the West, champion.
break it down a little bit more. I'm sorry.
I'm saying, who do you think is going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals? Who you
The
think
top
is gonna
two in
be
the East and the top two in the West.
No, who do you think is going to be in the Western Conference Finals? Who do you think is going to be Eastern Conference Finals? And who do you think is going to be a champion?
Okay.
So the top four in each.
I said, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I didn't say that. I'm not saying top four because 8 could AC could be.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But you're saying that who we think is going to be.
I
He's
said the
basically
Final
saying
Four.
conference finals and champion.
I said Final Four. Final Four
and
champion.
At 20
I see
games
what you're
in,
saying, though.
is this a season prediction or based on 20 games in? So are we?
I'm saying prediction for the year.
Okay, so I have in the conference finals, I have the Celtics and the Bucks. Over in the Western Conference, I have the Denver Nuggets.
Does that last one get tough?
I have the Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns.
Really?
Yeah, Golden State, I don't think, looking at their season, I don't think there's a bounce back there. I think there'll be some good games. I think there'll be some wins. There might even be play-in, but I don't have them going the long haul. Not the Western Conference is too deep. It's way too deep, and teams are figuring out what I love about the new NBA is the superstar 2 and 3 superstar players is no more because the caliber of players of a young Steph, a young KD, they don't exist anymore on the same team, right?
Yeah.
So, NBA champions this year.
Really quick.
I hate to say it.
No, I'm saying who you got for the West?
I told you, Phoenix.
Oh, you said Phoenix.
and
You
Denver.
said Phoenix and Denver. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What
The
you saying?
NBA champions this year,
Uh-huh.
and I hate to say it, but if they don't get it done this year, they never will. The Boston Celtics. If they don't get it done this year, Fat Key, Zeke, Terrence, Kicks crazy.
Where did you get that key from?
I don't know, man.
Because your picture popped up and it said that, man.
I was just gonna let you
Relax.
I was gonna let
That's
you-
your Instagram. That's our 94 feet IG.
When have you ever called me?
I was gonna let you address it. I don't know where it came from.
Okay,
That's what you
Markeith
addressed.
Davis, Isaiah Moore.
But first of all, I didn't say nothing. Why you gotta say my name?
Well, you was co-signing. You was co-signing like he was.
Xavier.
I mean, that's what we doing. That's what we doing. All you do is say Kesey instead of just saying Kesey. Fat Key. What?
As like power, he said Francis.
You showed everybody in the nation my
Oh, shut up. Get off it.
Hey,
Kesey.
all right, Xavier.
Ain't nobody in here got fans except for Dre. Ain't that right?
No. So anyway,
I mean, you gonna play something back? Play that back.
if the, if the Boston Celtics don't get it done this year, they won't. So I got the Boston Celtics.
I want to agree with that.
I got
but
the
I see
Boston Celtics.
maybe. Okay, who you got, Keith?
But my heart wants the Bucks.
I have the Bucks and the Sixers in the Eastern Conference. I lost so much faith in Boston this past season after they let Miami beat them the way they did.
They beat us like that too.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, there's something missing over there.
You know what's missing? Depth. They
A
went on.
bench.
They
what?
A bench. Boston bench is a little
they
lackadaisical.
don't look championship caliber anymore.
Who?
Boston. To me, they don't. Because championship caliber got an 8-9 rotation, a solid 8-9 rotation.
Do we?
We'll talk about it. We don't. But continue.
Well, I'm only asking because it goes with his prediction.
I'm just saying, but they don't have Giannis either, the league's best player. So that's a difference right there between the Bucks and Boston.
They got Jason Tatum.
He ain't Giannis,
All right. What's that?
and they don't have Dame Lillard,
They got the $300
a
million.
clutch shooter.
They got $300.
Tell me one clutch shooter on that roster
Jason
On
Tatum.
who?
on Boston,
Jason
Jason
Tatum.
Tatum.
and you see what that jumper got them.
I think they were.
You see what that jumper got them last playoffs?
Nothing.
Nothing.
He went cold where it counted.
Exactly.
He went cold where it counted.
When they needed that jumper, it was nowhere to be found.
And on top of that, what's it called? What's his name?
I just think with
Jaylen Brown couldn't go left.
yeah, but
I-
he don't need to.
I just think with Giannis,
You said 76ers?
with Giannis and
Dame.
Dame's ability to shoot the ball,
Mhm.
they stand a better chance to me.
Mm. Okay.
And if the Bucks make a move to get one more stud there,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have to be like a superstar or all-star.
I think we just need better role.
We just need a
players.
stud, somebody gonna fill in voids. And I think we're champion. We ready for championship.
So you got Boston. You got Boston 76ers.
No,
No,
I
I'm sorry. You got Bucks and
76ers.
76ers. Then who you got in the West?
And I got the Sixers because they got rid of the drama.
They got rid of the
They
problem.
get you to the
They
drop.
got rid of the drama, and now they playing basketball.
They've been killing.
You're right.
They've been killing.
And I like Tyrese Maxey.
he is
I
good.
like
He's gonna
him.
get a max
Maxey is a
contract.
stud, and he's going to be a problem for people in the playoffs.
You true. That's true. Well, that's true.
In my Western Conference, you got to give Denver number they props.
Gotta give it to him.
Until they knocked off, they there.
Okay.
And then my one that go with them is the Lakers. I like the Lakers because they got size.
Mm.
And I like the way the Lakers role players are playing. Like Cam Reddish and them and Vanderbilt and them, they some studs on defense. And that makes a big difference for a roster like the Lakers because LeBron needs defensive players. AD needs somebody that's going to help him play defense.
So are you saying that? Oh, I ain't putting words. I'm kind of putting words in your mouth. You saying they have what it takes to go into the Western Conference? Western Conference is stacked right now. They stacked.
He heard the question.
I heard the question.
All right.
So
But-
who you pick to win it?
Who you
Oh,
think- then who you get to win?
I see the Lakers and the Bucks in the finals.
and who's winning?
And I see the Bucks beating the Lakers.
So you have the Bucks winning the title this year.
I got the Bucks winning it this year.
Over the Lakers.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I just feel championship vibes again. Like it's something brewing in the air that we're not. That's like that year. That year when we won it.
Mhm.
You know how
feel it.
you can feel it. It's on that cusp.
You feel it.
You remember how we were at the beginning of the season? We was kind of shaky. You know what I'm saying? And then as the season went on, you like, oh, we're gonna be straight.
You feel that this year.
I feel it.
I'm gonna say that for Bucks talk.
I'm gonna
say that for Bucks talk.
I feel it.
I'm just gonna put my
I just like I
predictions
said,
out there.
the Bucks made a move that year that made them get over that hump. Though, remember?
What was the move?
Dog. We got dogs.
No, what was the move?
We
Tucker.
brought in Tucker.
Remember that trade we made?
Brought in PJ.
That was a mid-season trade.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Oh, it was. We should have brought him back. God damn.
No, because he's
Nope. We talked about this. That's not what he do. We
But
just
like
need
I
a
said,
dog.
the
We don't
Bucks
need him to
are
score 30.
the Bucks are
Just
on
be a
that.
dog.
They on that cusp again of being ready. They on that cusp. That's I'm being honest. They on the cusp of being ready.
I admire the fan in you, bro.
So this is what I got for my top four.
Because they only lost 7 games.
It's too many.
That's only 2 games out of first.
The games that they lost, they shouldn't have lost. But I'm gonna save it for Bucks talk. I got my final four Eastern Conference. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
I got
Final
the
four.
Boston Celtics,
And
the Philadelphia 76ers.
okay. Wow. So you got the Bucks getting bounced in the second round.
Bounced in the second round.
Okay.
Okay.
And then for my Western Conference
Wow.
team, I got I got the Kings in Denver.
Mm.
I got the Kings in Denver.
You been drinking?
No.
Because
Today?
first off, Dame can win you a series. That's one.
Can he?
That's first round.
We'll talk about it in Bucks Talk. We'll save it for Bucks Talk. Let me tell you why I got my predictions. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you
ahead.
explained your predictions. Appreciate it. You too. My
I
thing
said
about
word.
76ers, like you said before, they got rid of the drama. They're playing some good ball. I feel like Embiid is letting loose. He's been doing. He can't nobody hold me. I don't have no issues. I'm good. And Maxey don't mind playing the back row. He's like, I'm gonna get mine. It's cool. And he's due for a big contract. Boston Celtics, I still think they're the team to beat. Now, what happened last year, I don't think that kind of run is going to happen again no time soon. But I do think that with the boss, they still their team to beat because they have. I'll say this: the way their roster is constructed, I don't like it, but it works for them. I do agree with you that some people do need to step up, and I think as time goes by, that'll happen. But I don't like. I do like I just feel like they're a top 2 team in the Eastern Conference. So I got them 2, and then on the West, like I said before, I got to me Sacramento Kings are a wild card, and if they had beat Golden State, they would have made to the Western Conference Finals. If they had beat Golden State, was the fifth we all be drunk. I get it.
You said if who beat them?
If Sacramento last year, if they had beat Golden State, they'd have been in the NBA Finals or the Western Conference Finals.
But they didn't.
And they'd have gave the Nuggets a problem.
No.
No.
Sacramento.
No, I told you the Nuggets was going to sweep anybody they played.
And I don't
Including Golden State.
And let me talk about the Nuggets real quick. They have a problem because, like I said, they lost what they in like 4th and 5th spot right now, and that's because they lost Jamal Murray.
He'll be back.
Jamal Murray was hurt.
He'll be back.
Guess what?
They also lost Brown.
He's gonna get hurt again.
Why
And he
would you
lost
curse
Brown.
that man?
I'm not cursing him. I'm just saying he's gonna get hurt again. It's looking like one of those years.
Maybe
I'm
not.
sorry. I'm saying it's looking like one of those years.
Wow.
So I'm got the Nuggets making it, but I'm respecting that they're champs. That's the only reason I got them making it, but I don't see that happening. And then for my winner, I got the Nuggets repeating.
It's possible. I can see that.
I got the Nuggets repeating. I do think they'll get it together. Yeah, I think they'll get it together. Slaughter said, I want to see if Maxey can be clutch in the playoffs like Murray does for the Joker and Middleton does for the Bucks. So we'll see about that. But yeah, that's those are my predictions. And you can take that to the bank.
So hold up. So on the 10th of December, 2023, Andre predicts the Boston Celtics
I'll put it on
versus the Denver Nuggets, with the Boston Celtics winning it.
Mm-hmm.
Kesey says
Bucks and Lakers with the Bucks winning it.
Zeke.
I said Boston Celtics versus Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets winning it.
Now, this does not mean as the season goes on and the schedule changes, we say I like the Bucks winning it. But that does not mean that, because I know how you do.
How I do?
Yeah, I know how you
How
do.
I do?
Yeah.
You may
Yeah.
want coming in here. Well, the stuff has changed. I mean, Golden State is doing their thing now. They
No.
20-5.
I'm talking about circumstances can change predictions.
Yeah, that's your thing. Don't
Can
point it on
they
me,
not?
though.
Can they not? Can circumstances change predictions?
Yes, you're right. If Jamal Murray breaks his leg tomorrow, that can change everything.
Steph Curry got hurt and I changed it that year, but y'all rolled me like,
Uh-uh.
I don't want to hear Drake. I don't want to hear Drake.
Uh-uh.
He was hurt.
Uh-uh.
He was hurt.
That's not why.
So at the end of the day, in 25 games, and we're recording the show, God willing, my hope is that I can say the Bucks will go to the finals.
Hey, the fan in me will love it.
Same.
Love it.
Same. Same.
Matter of fact, let's just get into Bucks talk.
Let's do it.
Kesey, you made a wild accusation that me and Dre threw us back. You see it? Because we don't see it.
I do.
Show us what you seeing. Please. Tell me what you seeing. Because the fact that we lost to Indiana, the fact that Bobby challenged not only the coach, but the players too, because we're not playing to the standard that we are expecting.
Because we are.
What are you seeing?
Because we in the first 20 games, like the year the Bucks won the championship, we struggled at the beginning of that season, and everybody wanted Bud fired. Do you not remember that?
Yes.
Because they were doing the same thing the Bucks are doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Until we found that one piece that we needed, that the Bucks need to do this year.
So you're saying via a trade, via a move, we can turn this around.
Yes. We are one trade away from being ready.
What if we don't make it? What if we don't make the trade?
Then I don't know.
Because
It gotta be made.
you're right. We do need something. I don't know what that is, but we need.
But I don't have
something.
that feeling that year where last year feeling.
I do.
I do.
I got that same feeling when they said Bucks and 6.
I don't.
No.
Because the way see, here's the thing. Here's my thing.
Oh, wow.
Last year we talked about defining moments.
And
win, defining moments.
I'm
win.
gonna tell you why.
That championship. Let's say we would have lost to the Lakers. I would have been cool with that. Because to be honest with you, like I said before, Darvin Ham coached a great game. He coached a great game, and him coaching a great game against the Bucks. To me, the Bucks are honestly they're not predictable. The fact that we don't have an identity. You know what our identity is? Clutch.
Giannis.
No, our identity is clutch.
Dang.
No, I'm not saying Dame. I'm saying last 2 minutes, Dame has to save us. What if he don't make those shots? Then we lose.
Or gets hurt.
Or he gets hurt. Or he have an off night. Then we lose. You can't seriously. You can't, I ain't gonna say seriously, but you can't sit here and say our season is dependent on Damian Lillard making these clutch shots.
Yeah,
Because it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna be up. It's always a 50-50.
Because it's we also have a chance of Middleton making a splash too. That hasn't made a big splash for the Bucks yet too.
That's true.
So those two things, either the Bucks make a trade or Middleton makes a splash, can put us over the hump easily.
Let me answer this question.
With an over the hump Middleton, with a Dame and a Giannis, you telling me can't win a championship with the way Brook playing defense like he did that same year we won the championship?
I'm gonna say no.
Then you need to stop going to the games.
I can make that happen.
Make it happen.
You're banned.
No. Because
You're banned.
No. What was the reason?
What?
What was the reason?
For what?
What was the reason for it?
Well, last time or this time?
No, this time right now. What was the reason for you saying so? Because
No, because
no, because Kesey said you need to stop going to the game. You didn't have to say nothing. You didn't have to say nothing. But you was like, and I knew you was gonna say, I was like, let me see if he's gonna hold it. And as I predicted, you rolled up. I can make that happen. With no problem. So what was the reason? What was the reason? Where's the time at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Because instead of him just letting it be, instead of you just leaving it be, what was the reason? Because I knew you couldn't help yourself. I knew you couldn't.
Casey threw it out there, man. So he probably tossed me a lob, so I had to take it. You know, I had to grab it and dunk it on you.
And
You
when
know
he,
what
I was
saying?
like,
I had to
I'm looking at it like,
post-prize you like,
I'm looking at it like he could just lay this up. But no. Dre got like, nah. I got a double pump tomahawk this. Anyway.
but then Casey co-signed, he said do it.
But it's the fact that you didn't have to, it was like, what was the reason? What was the reason?
I apologize.
But no.
My only thing about that is you are so critical of the Bucks.
I'm not.
But yet, your Dallas Cowboys can come in
Here we
and
go.
stink it up, and you still got championship hopes.
No, I don't.
How?
No, I don't.
You do.
I don't.
And you gloat all season about
No, I
your
don't.
Cowboys, your Cowgirls, whatever you want to call them,
I don't.
and they've let you down every year.
If you see
And
here,
the Bucks,
no, if you see
the
here,
Bucks are still top 3. They're 2 games out of first place,
Mhm.
and you still have no faith in them to even make it to the final.
I
You don't even have
don't.
faith in them even making it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't
You
see
need,
it.
You need to stop watching sports, man.
I don't see it.
You need to cut your sports hack out
Here's my thing.
because now you're putting on the show.
Here's my thing, Kesey. What do you see? Because we're predicting this on the hopes of Dame Lillard being not only clutch player of the year.
We're 2 games out of first with a player who has never played with us and didn't even have a chance to even come to training camp.
He did come to training camp. He was in preseason. He ain't got no reason.
He came right at preseason.
He came right a little bit before. He wasn't at the beginning of.
He wasn't at training camp.
When did the
He
trade
was at
happen? When did the
training
trade
camp
happen?
happens in August.
No.
Beginning of August,
I know, but when did the trade happen?
September.
No, it didn't. In August. It was hot outside when he came in the city. when they had that
The
big
Bucs
thing.
was already in training camp. Remember? Because they said he wasn't reporting to Trailblazers training camp.
Hell, look, but I don't know. But the point
Well,
is,
look it up, man.
I'm looking it up because we recorded the following day.
What are you trying to figure out? What are y'all trying to figure out?
Was Dame there for?
When did Dame sign with the Bucks?
Dame started the season with us.
When?
They didn't play a game. Dame came here.
But he wasn't for a training camp. I'm saying. with
Yeah,
the
he
Bucs.
was.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. He came here and no, he wasn't. If he was for training camp, it was at the tail end. It was a tail end. Dame came here because I remember the holiday trade. Dame got here in late August.
He
maybe
got here at the
September.
end. He got in here at the end of September.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but the games hadn't started because the season didn't start until the end of October. So he was part of training camp. He was part of training camp.
When does training camp start?
Late September, October. We did preseason the week of October 12th, I think. He didn't play in any preseason games but the last one.
Yeah, just like Giannis though.
Mhm.
He's a superstar.
Yep.
Dre,
Yo.
you're being besides sending shots, you're being unusually quiet about this topic.
Well, I think well, number one, you and Kesey, when y'all get started, it's just a show. So I like to show the world that I don't actually do the most interrupting here. But the reason that
So here we go with this again.
what?
I just want
Instead of just going along,
to
say
say what
what
you
you
gotta
gotta
say.
say. You want to put people on the spot.
What was
Well, they listen to
you're interrupted.
I mean, they listen to the show. So.
Worse than him now.
what's the
Oh, that's
reason?
bad, dude.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
So he tossed me another live. So you both had to get a poster tonight. No, anyway, I don't know, man. I just
And you know the messed up part is last time when Keezy, when you made your bold prediction the year we got bounced out by Miami, I seen it. I was wide-eyed, bushy tail. Yes, we got this.
Didn't listen to me this year. Listen,
No,
Listen
that's
to
not
me.
what that means.
I'm telling you.
What I'm saying
telling you
is,
right now.
And the
My,
thing
my,
is-
my whole thing is you have to look at the bigger picture.
uh-huh.
You have a clutch closer in Dame,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a clutch closer in Middleton.
I'm seeing
On
what
top
Dre seen
of-
last year though.
On top of
we losing games to teams we should beat. We where is our signature win?
hold on. For the last 10 years, we've been losing to teams that we shouldn't lose to,
That's
as
not
the
true.
Milwaukee Bucks.
That's not true.
Because teams like Charlotte has been having our number for about 10 years straight
No,
and will come in no matter what our season record is
that's facts.
and kick our butt,
That's facts.
right?
That's
and they
facts.
was one of the teams that we should have beat.
That's
They
facts.
beat us, right?
I'm talking about, but you know what I'm talking about.
I'm just
though.
saying.
I'm talking about Boston, Philly. That's what you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about them top 5 teams.
We got injuries.
Who?
Middleton.
I'll agree with you on this. Middleton is very important to this roster. He's more important than I originally thought.
And the Bucks need to make a decision. Either we're going to move on
Oh, we're
from
gonna
him,
keep him.
or we're going to keep him.
We're gonna keep him.
And they need to make that decision in the next 13 days.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
I give the Bucks 13 days to make a decision on that.
The next 13 days?
The next 13 days.
No.
Because after Christmas break, then the real games begin.
Christmas Day, you mean the real
That's
game?
what I said. 2 weeks, 13
Yeah,
days.
Yeah.
We're 2 weeks away from Christmas.
So I'm gonna say this about the Bucks. I'm a fan. There's no doubt about it.
We get it. You're a season ticket.
I
holder.
wasn't gonna say
Let's
that,
Move on.
but I watched the games. Should have kept Holiday 150%.
Percent not right.
Get him, Sister Sheila. He up here. He being disrespectful.
Listen, when you can pick up a star like Dame, it's okay to let go of Holiday. And this is just how I keep saying people don't know how to let certain things go that they're comfortable with. We're comfortable. We got so comfortable with him.
That ain't
You
it. For
like
me.
it.
That ain't it. I would have rather had Middleton go than Holiday for 2 reasons. Here's why I don't believe we're the championship caliber team.
2 undersized guards.
Listen to me. We were 4th defensively. Now we're 24th. Defense matters in this game. And Dame on defense ain't it. Offensively, Dame is a killer. That's who you want. You want the ball in his hands. He is Mr. Clutch. Giannis is going Giannis. I want the Bucks to kill it. I do. It's still early. We know. We have a whole half a season left and a quarter to show folks that the Bucks can get it done. My thinking on this subject matter is I'm not even thinking it's so much a trade. I think it's really coaching. I think it comes down to coaching.
Actually, we're not number 21 anymore.
What are we now?
It ain't top 10.
We're number 3.
And
Yeah,
what?
Defensive rating.
Cap.
Cat. Let me see that.
Who's number 1?
Let me see that. Boston. Okay. Can I see that, please? Can I see that, please?
Right there. They're going by defensive ratings.
That's not what that means.
That's not what that means, Keith.
That's not what that means.
That's not what that means.
That's not what that means. We're one of the worst defensive teams in the league. Continue with
Look
your
it
rant.
up again.
Continue with your rant.
Look it up.
So basically, we all want what's best for the Bucks. We do. You all have your heads wrapped around the Bucks need to do a trade.
Oh, I do. You ought to do so.
For who and for what?
I'm glad you
I
brought
have
that up
not
really quickly.
heard, except for these rumors y'all keep making up in y'all head, there ain't been one trade linked to the Bucks.
Whoa. Now, is it Woj? No, it's not Woj. But people are talking because we missing something.
Now, here's my next. Here's it. What about this trade? Real quick. This is another trade. Bucks and the Grizzlies. We get Marcus Smart for Bobby. Pat.
Right now, the number 1 defensive ranked team is the
Min-
Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Bucks are number 24. Still, we're in the
No.
bottom.
We're 22.
We're in the bottom.
22, 24.
22.
We're not top 10.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, you got Memphis at 12. Does it really make that big of a difference? And look at their record.
I mean, yes and no. I see what you're saying.
The Bucks started out terrible,
And
but we've gotten better. You don't just climb the numbers overnight.
That was our identity, though. That's my thing. That was our identity, and we don't have that anymore.
By the end of the
what's our
season,
identity now?
And so if we're there by the end of the season, because I don't think the Bucks started out.
I'll
I don't think the
change-
Bucks started out with that defensive rating the year the Holiday came here. We got that.
No, we had to earn it.
We earned that, right?
We earned it through
Right.
Holiday's play.
It took time.
He was our defensive anchor.
but it took time of chemistry, though, right?
It did.
No, that's just who we were.
No.
We were
When
there
you
with
have-
Giannis
When
and
you have Giannis and you have Holiday, 2 of the top 10 defensive players in the NBA, your defensive rating is going to go up. Dame is not a defensive player. He's what he is. And then on top of that, these guys are 30. They are who they are.
yeah.
Dame Lillard's not going to
You got
change. into-
Portland at number 10, and they 6-15. So the defensive rating stuff is kind of like not.
It doesn't
It
make or
doesn't.
break.
It doesn't make or break
It doesn't
me at
make
this
or break.
moment right now
It doesn't
because
make-
at the end of the season, that's where it matters.
Second half of the season. So again, I like the Bucks. I like our chances to compete. I just don't have that. This is a chance. The Bucks are a championship team, of course. I just don't get the feeling that they're going to win.
Send me the trade again. What's the trade again? You said
There isn't any.
I'm gonna put.
He's making
No,
it up.
I'm just saying. Send me the trade he was talking about.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have told America that your stats are wrong.
These
Your
are
sources.
stats.
Say the trade again.
This is a possible trade.
He said it's not Woj, so it don't matter.
No, I was gonna say Marcus Smart. We get Marcus Smart, and we trade Bobby, Pat, and Beauchamp.
No,
That don't even make sense.
no, that's
not
the
gonna make
dumbest thing I've ever
because
heard.
that's giving up way too much.
No.
You sure about that?
For Marcus Smart?
Marcus Smart is hurt right now. He ain't even playing. He ain't even playing.
He not.
No.
But you're talking about Marcus Smart for giving up Bobby and Pat
And
And
Beauchamp,
Beauchamp?
our future?
Mhm.
No.
Stop
No.
saying our future.
I
He
think-
is the future.
Who?
Beauchamp.
Well, then it ain't looking bright.
Please stop taking him. Please stop taking him to the games.
I'm tired of this. Look, I like Beauchamp. Nice guy. Great guy. But he's not the next Giannis.
I didn't call him the next
You
Giannis.
say he's the future. When you say he's the future, you talking about
No.
And then on top
No.
of that, we're talking about the NBA where if you're not a top 5, top 10, he's not even a top 20.
Brandon
So
Jennings.
don't tell me he's the future.
Was
We
Gi-
need to
he's
get
the
veterans.
He's
Was
the
Giannis the
future
top
of
20?
the.
We
I'm
need to
sorry.
get
Was
veterans.
Giannis,
future of
was
our
Giannis
team.
the top 20?
You said what?
Was Giannis there?
He was not.
He was
Giannis
not.
wasn't even
When,
the top.
when, when,
50.
when
Hold
the
on,
Bucks
time
knew
Come on.
he when the, hold on, it's the potential that you can see in a player that
Thank you.
determines if
You're
they
right.
are our future.
Don't do that.
Beauchamp
We-
has a lot of potential and room to grow, and that's what you have to
Thi-
look at.
okay.
The ceiling is not
ahead.
capped.
You know what? Go ahead.
That's what we're talking
I'll
about.
let you finish. Go ahead. That's what you talking about?
Beauchamp's ceiling is not capped,
Mhm.
and you can see he got so much room to grow and learn.
For what?
Because that's the point that I was making. Is I did not once call Beauchamp Giannis. I did not once say the top player. Teams have to have a player to plan their future around, and for the Bucks is Beauchamp. You think they drafted him just because?
They drafted him because he's a nice role player.
Okay.
And that's cool.
And he can have the potential
And
to.
that's cool.
All right,
Coach,
Z.
stop going back and forth.
All right, Z. Come on.
Come on.
Bring us home,
Okay,
man.
come on.
It's
Let me
been
just
90
say this.
it's
No.
been
Let me
90
just say
minutes.
this. Let me just say this.
It's been
Let me just say
91
this.
minutes.
Let me just say this. I don't have anything against Beauchamp. I don't have anything against Beauchamp.
You sure? I'm
my
starting to
thing
go
is
with
this.
Kesey's theory of you riding the Bucks. No,
No.
it's getting a little out of hand.
No, what I'm saying is this. Y'all sitting here talking about, man, Beauchamp is the future, Beauchamp is this, Beauchamp is that. I'm saying that this window, this championship window is not a huge one. This
Listen,
championship window is a small one.
okay,
So you talk about
we get that.
no, when you talk about
We get
Beauchamp is the future, Beauchamp is this. If Giannis were to leave, you're telling me we're good?
No.
That's not what we're saying.
So don't tell me he's the future. What I'm saying is this: this is a small window.
He's
So
a piece of our future.
So we have an opportunity to get rid of somebody who's not shooting well. That's Bobby. If we have somebody who is older but also kind of irrelevant on this team, one of those older white guys you talking about, we need to get rid of him. Pat. If you're talking about somebody
He's
who is,
young.
First
He's
of
only
all,
like 26.
First of all, I
Man,
didn't
no
say
20s.
older white guys. You said that.
I'm saying that.
Okay.
But you and I know your connection, blah blah blah. You don't want to say it. I'll say it for you. One of the older white guys, get him out of here.
I
We
would
don't
never.
have any
I
of
would
those
never say
anymore.
and
that.
then on top of
We
that,
don't
I would
have
never
any of
say
those
that.
anymore.
we only got rid of one.
I would never say that. We got rid of Grayson Allen. I would never say that. What I will say is we do have a lot of players on the team that shouldn't be there, but you don't trade 3 of your core pieces of your offense for Marcus Smart.
All right.
You making it seem like Marcus. Oh, see, I can't.
Marcus Smart is the former decent player of the year. Yes or no?
He's not a
3
savior.
years ago,
No, 2 years ago.
He's not a savior.
he's not a savior. He's hurt. Boston got rid of him for a reason.
Okay. All right.
Boston got rid of him for a reason.
Because they still number one without him.
They
So
are.
what is
I'm
that?
not. Look, I'm not saying
And
that
we're still top 3 without Holiday.
But we have.
So all of that
this my
defensive
thing.
player of the year stuff,
I'm gonna say this. My thing. We have an issue.
You just
and
have
it's
to-
on the
you just
defensive
gotta-
end.
you just
We
gotta
an
have-
issue on the
you
defensive
just
end.
got to have the right chemistry, right time, and the right coach to have your players
And we
buy
don't have.
in.
We don't have 2 out
Because
of
if you
3.
look at the
We don't
Lakers,
have 2 out
And
of
be
3.
fully healthy.
because if you look at Cam,
So 3 out of 4.
Cam Reddish ain't
Yeah,
played
boy.
defense for no team he's ever played for.
Okay, that's
But
the coaching.
Darvin Ham has got him to buy in on the defensive end, and he looks good.
What you're talking about is what the Bucks are lacking.
And you think Marcus Smart can do that? One player, one person.
Do we or do we not need some type of help on defense? Yes, or
We
no?
do. We absolutely do.
Okay.
But
Don't
for
sit
3
here and tell me-
players,
I'm just saying this. We need some help.
Beauchamp's untouchable for me, bro.
And
He's
then on
he's
top of that,
untouchable.
you missed the draft picks.
He's
You
untouchable.
missed the draft picks.
We have
All right.
we have nothing
It's been
for the
another good
future.
one.
We have nothing. If the Bucks trade away these 3 players now, we're riding on Giannis for the next 3,
Mhm,
hoping that Dame resigns into at his older age.
mhm.
You have nothing. So if you trade away Beauchamp now, you have nothing to restart with when Giannis does walk away.
When does-
And here, hold up, hear
Go
me out, and then you can bring us home and TikTok us or whatever it is y'all do. You can listen to us on TikTok, all social media platforms.
Still, the way you wrote it.
I'm gonna tell you like this: Andre Xavier Douglas, full name. I ain't building no more Bucks teams. I ain't owning no more futures. I'm not. So if you're trading away talent that can get better, like Kesey said, to build around and bring pieces around in the future, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. And Marcus Smart, you could have said anybody, but you said Marcus Smart.
Anybody.
You said Marcus Smart for 3 players, not in this.
That's
lifetime.
nowhere near
Not
a
in this
valuable
lifetime.
trade. That trade wouldn't even go through.
No.
The commissioner wouldn't even let you do that
No.
stupid trade. Where did you even get that from?
The Basement Brothers.
Where you pick that up from?
Okay.
Now,
I'm just saying. What made what made you pick that
I
trade?
picked it up from a website. It is a mock trade. It's
Wikipedia.
Who picked it up?
Wikipedia.
I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head.
Well, then you need to stop using them as your source
Here's my thing. Here's my
because the
thing.
numbers don't add up.
Because you asked, okay, let me ask y'all a question. Because we've been going back and forth about these trades and stuff like that for the last couple of weeks, actually. We ain't getting Zach LaVine for nobody. You got to give up something. You got to give up something.
But 3 players for Marcus Smart.
You got to give up something.
Marcus Smart is a tit for tat trade. 1 player for 1 player. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
If
I
I'm
said,
not seeing it. I'm not
look,
seeing
I'm
it.
just saying this, and I get what y'all coming from. I be honest with you, I think y'all coming from a fandom because Bobby ain't been putting up numbers not like he used to.
And Bobby can be on the table. Bobby can absolutely be on the
And
table.
Beauchamp,
but
to
not
me-
Bobby, Beauchamp, and Connington.
All right. Okay.
You can have 1 for Marcus, but you can't have 3 for Marcus.
No,
I'll give you 2 for
that's
Marcus.
stupid.
You
I'll
can
give
get
you-
Bobby for Marcus,
I'll give
but you
you-
can't have 3 for Marcus.
And then on top of that, you talking about
Right.
being stupid. Why would somebody take? Let's just say we put up Bobby and Pat. Why would somebody take that? That's a stupid trade. Like I said, I think y'all coming from a fandom point of view. And
It's not a fandom. It's
not a fandom
realistic.
because let's keep it
I
a
get
buck. Let's keep it a buck since you want to talk about fandom. Portis nor Connington are trade assets. So neither trade could just be centered around them. They're not assets.
Okay,
They're
man.
just pieces.
So you know we
the
got
asset
you know
is
we got,
Beauchamp.
So you know we
The
got
asset is Beauchamp or
fine.
Middleton.
That's fine.
Or Middleton. Those are the assets.
And he's older. We're talking about older guys
and,
here.
And the Bucks aren't trading Middleton though. We know that.
Yeah, but
You
we're
see what
talking
I'm
about
saying?
older guys here.
I get you.
We're gonna get up out of here.
I get you.
This has been another episode of 94 Feet.
So we're up. Just so America is clear, we do not have an agreement, nor do we think we are not on the same page as how the Bucks should address what's happening on our roster. Mind you, America, we are here debating this for a 3rd seeded team. A 3rd seeded team. Have we become that blind that the Bucks can't make any mistakes?
Let me tell you
Have we
something.
become hold
Uh-uh,
up? Have
time
we
out,
become
time
that arrogant
Time out,
that
time
the
out,
Bucks
time out.
have to win it every year?
Time out. You take that Packer mentality out the window. Okay, that's what you're doing. Don't do that. Don't you do that. Don't you take that Packer mentality over here. Don't
That's
you
the
bring it over
that's
here.
the mentality you're supposed to have
No,
with those
that's
cowgirls.
the Packer. That's the Packer. That's that Packer
that's
stuff.
the cowgirls
No,
mentality
that's that
you
Packer
should
stuff.
have.
That's that Packer stuff. And then by the time the
All
boat
right,
sink,
good people.
by
There's
the
been
time-
another
no,
good one.
By the time the boat sink, then you want to hop off the ship. Hop off the ship early. Anyway, let's wrap it up.
What about the Knicks?
But anyways, this has been another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. Shout out to my brother Kesey.
Appreciate it. Good being here again. Appreciate it being here again with you,
I'm sure you did.
suckers. Well, sucker and my brother Dre.
Thank you for coming in, my brother Dre.
Yeah, we are the brother title.
Christ.
It's been good, y'all. I always enjoy these 90 minutes with my brothers.
You can catch us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You can also listen to all streaming platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Spreaker, and SoundCloud. Agree with us?
Probably not.
This is 94 Feet Podcast.
Peace, good people.